What's up everybody, it's Jake Yeaton, and in today's video we're going to be discussing a little bit about why home building has slowed down. But before we get into that, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and flick on that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot to grow this channel. If you're listening to the audio of this on a podcast, please rate 5 stars and share this with as many people as possible. It really helped me out. Also, if you're new to my channel, the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read an article here. I'm going to leave a link to the article in the description below with the author's Twitter account if it's available. And there are timestamps. If you're on YouTube, check out where the timestamps are. If you're on like Facebook or what have you, check the post and it's right in there. And after I get done reading, I'm going to give my opinion on the article. So we're actually going to read 2 articles here. So let's get into the first article. So this is from Realtor Magazine. I will leave this article and the next article in the description below, or wherever the description or the Facebook post is. So, home building slows due to rising construction costs. Despite a surge in buyer demand, fewer new homes were built in January. Builders blame rising material costs. Housing starts fell 6% in January, month over month, to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 1.5 million, according to a report released Thursday from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development and the U.S. Census Bureau. The decrease was led by single-family starts, which were down 12.2%. However, the volatile multifamily sector, which includes apartment buildings and condos, increased by 17.1% last month. Concerns over higher lumber prices produced softness for the housing market amid solid buyer traffic at the start of the year, says Chuck Folke, chairman of the National Association of Home Builders. With the cost of building materials rising at a rapid pace, the challenge for builders is to keep home prices at an affordable level for buyers, even as the regulatory policy environment may become more challenging. Lumber prices recently reached record highs, and those extra costs for lumber are forcing builders to have an increase the costs of their new homes and prompting construction delays. You can read more the lumber price surge to another record high. That is the next article we will read. So look in the timestamps if you'd rather hear me talk about that. The big question is whether builders can navigate the opportunities of favorable demographics and mortgage rates against the challenges of rising materials, labor, and land costs, says George Ratu, I believe, senior economist at Realtor.com. For housing, new construction is the answer to current supply constraints and the affordability crisis. There is hope for a turnaround. While home building was down in January, the pace of building permits was at the highest rate since 2006. Permits on single-family homes, a gauge for future construction, was nearly 10% higher in January than in December and 28% higher than a year ago. Permits for both single-family and multifamily construction were highest in the Northeast last month, up 39.3% in January compared to December, followed by an 11.7% jump in the West, 8.3% increase in the South, and the Midwest was the only major region in the United States to post a decrease in permits, down almost 1% month over month. This was released, I believe the 17th was Wednesday. February 17th, so last Wednesday. Lumber prices surged to another record high. The price of lumber hit a record high last week and is up more than 170% over the past 10 months. That is prompting builders to have to raise new home prices as soaring lumber costs adds thousands of dollars to the price of building a new home, the National Association of Home Builders reports. Builders point to tariffs on Canadian lumber shipments into the United States as exacerbating unprecedented price volatility in the lumber market over recent months. Lumber price spikes are not only sidelining buyers during a a period of high demand, they are causing many sales to fall through and forcing builders to put projects on hold at a time when home inventories are available at a record low, NAHB reports. Several builders reportedly are having to delay construction starts due to the higher lumber costs. Those delays are occurring at a time when home purchases and demand are on the rise. This increase has definitely hurt my business. Alicia Hooley, a high-end custom builder from Birmingham, Alabama, told the NAHB. Huey says the lumber framing package on ideally sized homes has more than doubled over the past year, $35,000 to $71,000. I've had to absorb much of the added cost and even put some construction on hold because I would be losing money by moving forward, Huey said. In 2020, the NAHB reported that a median of $16,000 had been added to the cost of a newly built home due to the increase in lumber prices. However, lumber prices are much higher since then, and the added costs are likely even more now. Compounding the interest, appraisers are not factoring in the higher lumber costs, which is disrupting home sales and preventing closings, says Carl Harris, NAHB's third vice chair. The rise in lumber prices is unsustainable and is pressing on the housing affordability crisis, notes Chuck Foke, NAHB's chairman. Given the ongoing period of high demand, the Commerce Department should be investigating why output from lumber producers and lumber mills are at such low levels, Foke adds. What do you guys think about that? I know out here, out in Maine, I'm not in the Portland area, I'm not in the Bangor area. There isn't a lot of development going on. I know that that just comes with the area though. But I have noticed that the developments that have been built are not that impressive. They're pretty small, they're just new. That's the only impressive thing about them. Even the areas that they're in are not that impressive. But they're really expensive for the area. Like they're really, really, really expensive for the area. And I wonder if this is the reason why. If it costs so much to build the home because of the rising lumber costs and probably other materials that they were forced, the home developers were forced to do that, you know. I can definitely see this continuing in the future, as you know, as more and more lumber, large lumber, not pulp, but lumber. Actually, a lot more of it comes from Canada and not from the United States. It's expensive, etc. I can see this continuing as not a good trend for us realtors out there. It makes our job a little bit harder. It makes home builders' job even much harder. But yeah, what do you guys think? I want to hear about them. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow. Make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and click on the notification bell. Also, my website's all done, so if you guys don't mind, can you guys check it out and let me know what you think? I'd really like to adjust it and see what I did right and wrong. Yeah, so until next time, bye-bye.